Okay, so we are with Mr. Mireku, a taxi driver of long standing on the University of Ghana campus. Mr. Mireku, welcome.
Thank you.
How long have you been driving on the Legon campus?
Since 1989.
Since 1989?
Yeah.
So what brought you here, if I may ask?
I got a taxi to drive. And at that time, I decided to join a union. And the union I joined was flying within the campus.
So where, from Achimota to Legon?
From Achimota to Legon.
Okay. Okay. So before you did that, before you started driving taxis at Legon, what were you doing?
I was on my own, weaving a camp bed with plastic ropes.
Are you serious?
Camp bed and garden chairs.
Yes, I know that very well. I used to sell that kind of stuff. Wow.
I did that for almost 18 years.
Where were you doing that?
I started from Kauli in Accra Central. Then moved to Apemkwa, close to the Achimota overhead, before I moved to Taifa.
I see. So like you have a metal frame?
I had a metal frame.
Then you weave around it?
Yeah, weave around it.
Okay.
Some were being exported to the neighboring West African countries.
I see. What happened to that business?
We couldn't develop it further. The plastic chairs came out. And ours have moved.
I was thinking about why. I mean, okay, we are on this wooden chair now, which folds nicely. And in those days, because as I told you, I used to run a shop in Takoradi myself. And apart from so you had the hard nylon one.
The nylon one.
And you had some soft rubber. It's like almost like expandable.
Yes.
I know it. I know it very, very well. Yes, I've not seen that kind of chair for a long time now.
It's not scarce.
Okay, so what you are saying is, because these plastic chairs that have come, they have their moldings in the factory.
Yes.
So they just pour the plastic in the mold, and that's it.
They get it.
So your manpower weaving is not necessary. It's been killed. That industry has been killed. Yes. So now you diverted into taxi driving. Well, I've known you for a few days, and I'll quote something you said. You said, you are the only taxi driver who gets, what did you say? People pay you to teach you. You repeat your saying again.
I'm the only student.
You're the only student.
Being paid by his lecturer.
You are the only student being paid by his lecturer. Can you explain that a bit?
When I pick you one-on-one, just to learn something from you, I provoke you, ask you, may I know where do you work? Then when you bring that out, if I have something to learn from that area, I just bring my questions out. And before the 30 minutes I serve you, before I finish serving you, you two have taught me a lot.
And then I end up paying you.
You end up paying me before going out of my car.
And since you're on the university campus, I'm sure you get a lot of interesting passengers.
Oh yes, I get a lot of them. Most of the senior lecturers and most of the lecturers to Agimpa, they have been my customers.
Good, excellent. But another thing that I learned from you is that you listen almost exclusively to BBC.
That one, sure.
Why?
I would say I've been addicted to it.
You've been addicted to the BBC?
To BBC. My radio in the house is fixed at BBC. When I go home and the children have tampered with it, I'm in trouble. They are in trouble. And I am comparing human behavior and patterns the whole world over about situations here and there, and the reactions of the people in that very area to that very situation. Maybe a similar situation will occur in Ghana or in my community. Then I'll compare, oh, this situation happened in far away so and so country. what the people, how they reacted to it, then I can adapt. If that led them to a positive end, I can adapt it. So if I'm going to react negatively, I'll be thinking about what I heard from the BBC.
So if I understand it correctly, the BBC gives you more international comparison.
That is one thing.
But the local radio gives you deeper local knowledge.
It gives me deeper local knowledge, but at my age, I'm trying to restrict certain news items reaching my ears.
Such as what?
According to the medical doctor, any bad news reaching to you, if you are not careful, you get a heart attack.
Okay.
You get hypertension.
Yes, yes.
So I'm trying to restrict the news. And that's why
are you trying to say that the news on local radio is too negative?
Most of them.
Okay.
The whole news system has been politicalized in such a way that I become fed up.
Okay. Okay.
No new development is coming.
Okay. Okay. Well, as I said, this is just a short introduction. But I've hinted you about the program I'm doing about hair in Accra. We are going to have another short video just on that. But give me an idea. I mean, you've been in Accra since about 1970. In about 1970, if you wanted to groom yourself, as we say these days, have a nice haircut, make sure you are looking nice, how did you go about it?
During those days, the city has not expanded as it is now. And I was, by that time, around the center of Accra, Cowling precise, to be precise. You have to go to the High Court. That was where those people, professionals, were trying their trade.
What were these professionals called?
The barbers.
The barbers, okay.
They were trying their trade around the High Court. And the whole city center where I stayed, only the High Court where you can get somebody to help you if you have a need for that work. And as time goes on, I think people, our brothers who travel outside, returned and got to know that adding value to this particular service will help expand the industry, create more jobs, and beautify the citizenry. So that led to more barbering shops. Even the men's own are more expensive than the ladies.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Why do you say that? You mean the men?
The men barbering shops, the way they have been.
There's about 5 cities, 7 cities.
They have the decoration in their shops are more than.
Oh, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. That's true. That's true. That's actually true. The male shops are much more comfortable.
Yes.
Well, why do you think that's the case?
Well, with the male shops, it's so simple. You need only the scissors and the liquefied fluids and others.
So actually, the actual service is not that complicated.
No.
So you have to make the room, the environment. I get your point. I get your point.
But the ladies, the room is most of the time choked with their items.
Yes.
Because the items are many.
Yeah, I get your point.
And you don't have the comfortability, relaxing in those areas.
Yeah. Anyway, as I said, I brought this in just as a teaser. We shall discuss this more fully. Yes. Thank you very much, my BBC taxi driver.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.